Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about the Camp Nou. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, and I'd like to know your opinion in the comment down below. Now let's get into it. Now, I took my time to look at the company that was contracted to build or to refurbish the Camp Nou, which happens to be Lemak Holding. In fact, they are a large Turkish conglomerate. Hey, bro, they are not a thing. Okay, they are a large Turkish conglomerate, and then they are also known for playing a prominent role in the construction industry, both locally, that is in Turkey, and also internationally. Yeah, so this is a company that Barcelona contracted to refurbish their stadium. In June 2023, the refurbishment work started at the Camp Nou to refurbish it to a modern structure. They plan to have about 105,000 capacity for this stadium. Now, for that being said, Barcelona had to play their home matches in a different stadium, Estadio Olympic Luis Companys, known as the Montjuic. Now, this stadium was built for the 1992 Olympic Games. The original plan was to return to Camp Nou at the end of 2024. But unfortunately, due to the delays in the work, the club couldn't make it. In fact, the club wanted to celebrate its 125th anniversary on November 29th. That was when they wanted to return to the Camp Nou to mark this celebration, but it wasn't possible. Later on in October, the club announced that the return will not be possible, and for that reason, they pushed it to the second half of the season, which happens to be in February. Now, in February, due to delay in the work, the club had to also add 3 more months, happens to be in May. So the agreement was that by the end of May, or the last week of May, they will have the Clasico played at the Camp Nou with a capacity of 60,000, not to full capacity. Unfortunately, this also wasn't met, and for that reason, Barcelona played all their season home games at the Montjuic, and then they are set to return to the Camp Nou with 60,000 capacity coming this September. Now let's look at the cost of this project. Now, initially, it was projected to cost around 900 million euros, but with the wider Espai Barca project, the new projected cost then rose to 1.5 billion euros with the Espai Barca project. For those who don't know the Espai Barca project, I'll break it down for you. Now, the Espai Barca project has to do with the remodeling of all the facilities that Barca has in a less court neighborhood of Barcelona. Now, another one that also the Espai Barca project happens to be the Johan Cruyff Stadium at the Ciutat Esportiva, and also the Joan Gamper in the Saint Joan Despy. So this is what we call the Espai Barca project. Let's look at the losses Barcelona made by playing its home games at the Montjuic. Playing at the Montjuic cost Barcelona 90 million euros for the whole season. Now, taking into account the loss in revenue, let's talk about how Barcelona lost match day ticket sales. Anytime there is a match that is going to be played at Montjuic, they need to prepare the match day event or the venue for the match day, which costs a lot of money. If you're doing it at Camp Nou, everything is already set up, and then the cost of preparing the place wouldn't be as much as the Montjuic. The attendance at Montjuic has been lower than expected. As I said earlier, it's on a mountainous or the hilly part of Barcelona, and it's difficult climbing to this place, and it's also somehow cold in the evenings. Yeah, and then most of the fans were not in favor moving to this place to watch matches. So what the club did was that they had to cut down the ticket prices to really boost demand for the ticket, but that didn't work. That is to say that out of the 80,274 season ticket holders, only 17,555 ticket holders bought or took this option to move to the Camp Nou to watch matches, when the club even made 27,385 places available on match day for spectators. So this was a huge loss, or this has been a huge loss for the club Barcelona playing its home games at the Montjuic. But hopefully in September, the club is returning to the Spotify Camp Nou with 60,000 capacity. This will boost our revenue and also put us back to where we belong. And I'm sure most fans will be happy to return to the most iconic football ground, the Camp Nou. which people also call the football cathedral. So that will be all for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.